All right, tonight we're dialed in with Ryan Leaf. Ryan, thanks for joining us here on SWX.
My pleasure.
All right, first off, 596 Switch. Your book is out. What does the name of the title mean?
Well, it literally is the name of the play we would have run if we would have gotten those 2 seconds in the 1998 Rose Bowl. It was interesting on one level that people, when they walk by, will wonder what that means, but it also was something that was pretty controversial at the end of that game, and the fact that we actually had a play called and ready to go interest people, and I thought that would pique people's interest.
Looking in hindsight, would that play have worked?
Yes, I believe it would have worked. We were very successful with it all year, but in all honesty, I just wanted the opportunity. If we could have had the opportunity for a play from the 26-yard line, at least we could say as we walked off that field that we, made the most of it and had every opportunity to win the ball game. So that's disappointing that we didn't. But as I did more research and got to know more about it, I should have actually just ran the play, took the spike out of it, took the play out of the officials' hands. It would have been all on us. And so in reality, you really can put most of the blame on me on that end of things.
I've been reading your book and got to say you've been really honest. One of your quotes says, Ryan Leaf, the NFL bust. Ryan Leaf, the PR train wreck. Ryan Leaf, the cocky jerk. Kind of talk to me about that.
Well, when you write, for me, when I started writing journaling, it's all about your innermost thoughts, and it's pretty personal. You don't expect anybody to read it.
Right.
But in this case, it was, and that's the only way I knew how to write anything. I didn't put a muffle on it or a muzzle on it or anything like that. I was just true to what I was feeling, and when we edited it with my editor Greg Witter, that's what came out, and it was true to form, and I think people will be surprised by it, but understand where I'm coming from.
Okay, let's take it back. Second overall pick in 1998 behind Peyton Manning, drafted to the Chargers. What happened?
Well, I think that, first of all, I shouldn't have left college. That was the biggest mistake I made. Maturity-wise, I wasn't ready for what was about to come. The money did change me, things of that nature. I also think the start of the internet, also being drafted alongside arguably the best quarterback to ever play, didn't help things when I didn't succeed early on. And the defensive way I went about things with the media. You can't, at that level, battle the best defenses in the world on Sundays and then the media the rest of the week. It's going to eat you alive. And that's exactly what it did to me.
So you get into coaching. Then you get into trouble with prescription pills. What happened there?
Well, I was really enjoying my time coaching down there, but ultimately I was still being, every April, talked about draft bust and things of that nature, not succeeding in the NFL. I never dealt with the failure of it myself, and then after hurting my wrist pretty severely, I was prescribed a painkiller called Vicodin, and I took that for quite a while, and before I knew it, I realized that I wasn't taking it for any more physical pain. It was the pain that I wasn't feeling anymore. I felt numb from it, and it worked. And before I knew it, I was addicted to it. And I didn't know how to correct that. You don't want to be vulnerable to anybody and ask for help, especially
right.
A strong, big football player. That's the furthest thing from your mind at the time. And when I finally was able to ask for help, it was the most freeing thing possible. I was able to check into a recovery center in British Columbia, which to this day I think is the best thing I ever did.
Okay, earlier this year, diagnosed with a benign brain tumor. Talk about that experience.
Well, it came out of nowhere. I started having vision problems in January, and then we thought every different diagnosis possible, and finally the doctor said I needed to get in for a CT scan, and they found a mass. And I never once thought it was cancerous. When I was told, I told my mother and I told my father, so, okay, let's find who takes it out and go to them and get it taken out and then go on with our life. I think I was more indifferent about it than anybody, and I think preparing myself for that was because of all the injuries I had in my life were orthopedic ones. You went in, got it fixed, you rehabbed it, you got better, and you got on with your life. I looked at it that same way. I don't think I really became very introspective of it until the doctor started talking to me about percentages and death and things like that. So that was maybe the reality check I had, a few hours before surgery.
Are you okay now?
I feel pretty good. They weren't able to get it all, and I do have to go back at the end of this year and do 6 weeks of radiation treatment down in Southern California. But that was thought to have to occur, and so it wasn't a real big surprise after the MRI we did just recently. I'm in pretty high spirits. I'll be down with my brother. Families will be around. I don't know how it's going to affect me, to be honest with you. I haven't done really that much research. I'm probably still in denial a little bit. I'm focused more on this book and giving back to Washington State and being around something I really enjoy.
How's your Cougar family been there for you?
They've been amazing, truly, accepting me back. For the longest time, I felt like I had let them down. I had, embarrassed them and humiliated them with my behavior and the way I represented them. And bottom line was, I figured I would just stay away. And that was the furthest thing from the truth. They wanted me back. They wanted to wrap their collective arms around me and bring me back into the fold. And by doing that, it's been an amazing, amazing experience these last 3 years. And I continue to do everything I can to be back part of it, because those were the best 4 years of my life. And to be back around them allows me to kind of feel that feeling again over and over.
Are you finally happy in life?
Well, I don't know if I'm happy. I'm very content with what my life is right now. I think people believe that you get help and you get healthy, then it's a fix. It's an everyday thing. It's like brushing your teeth. If you want to be healthy, if you want to be a better person, it's a constant battle with old behavior, things of that nature, and just trying to be a better person. And life doesn't just stop going. Bad things don't stop happening, as we found out this year with my illness. But I don't think if I hadn't gone through all the stuff I did, I don't think we would have handled it so well when I did get sick. And it just is another bridge I have to cross, and one that allows me to be very happy with who I am right now, and that's the most important thing.
Well, Ryan, we're glad you're happy and doing better.
Thank you very much.
All right, and your book comes out October 15th, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
596 Switch. Get it in your stores. Thanks, Ryan, again.
Thank you.